my darlings. We've had Valentine's Day and we're coming to the end of the month of love. And I've been thinking, we need to have love all year round. Excuse the gloves. I'm still in the North Pole here. Did get slightly warmer, but then it changed its mind on me. So selfish. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the month of love, and I just feel we really, really do need to have love all year round. And actually, very importantly, self-love. And most of the young people and children I work with have very, very little self-love. It chokes me up. So it does, it chokes me up. They're just square pegs being made to fit into round holes, and the messages are always about disorders, deficits, deficiencies, and not enough on all their gifts and strengths, like thinking outside of the box, hyper-focus, just to name two. I could go on forever, but I'm trying to make my videos a bit shorter. That self-love is so important, and if you're a parent of a child with additional needs or disabilities, different abilities, or a teacher, carer, professional working with them, sometimes you can really feel like you're in the front line and that nothing you could possibly do is enough. I did a 90-hour week last week, most of it for free, just helping people. And it still didn't feel like enough, you know, because I'm still getting calls and messages from parents on Sundays about their children having meltdowns and feeling so terrible about themselves. And it's all to do with the messages they are being given, that they are not enough, they don't fit, they don't belong, get to detention, you're excluded. Those messages form neurological pathways. So I thought to finish off February and the month of love, I would focus very much on self-love. And I've made my own yoga story actually. And you could do something very similar with your own kids or in the classroom. And two beautiful sets of cards I really recommend are Yoga for Children. You can see mine's a bit battered. It's very well used, by Lisa Flynn. And then there's this Enchanted Wonders card, cards which are absolutely wonderful. I love plugging other people. We should all be in it together. It's not a big I Am show, is it? Anyway, I'm going to crack on with my story. But if you invest in a box of yoga cards, or you already have them, you could get the kids. You could write a yoga story with your child or with the children if you're a therapist or a teacher, and get them to choose the poses to match the sentences you come up with together. Anyway, I've got my boots on as well, so all you real hardened yogis out there are going to have 10,000 blue fits, and I'm really, really sorry, but I'm not taking them off because I'm just too cold. So here I go, ready? I've got my coat on and my boots, look at me. I'm going to do it on the bed so you can see me, because I've got no one to film me. So ideally, don't do it on a bed, do it on the floor. But I'm making the best with what I have, because I'm determined to reach you all. Anyway, here's the first one. So I wrote this with all you kids in mind. And I really want you to believe these words, because I wrote them outside just now. And it brought me to the edge of tears, because I so believe this. So, and you parents out there, so ready? Oh, I'll turn this way actually, be a bit easier. So I have a light inside me. So you join your hands like this. I always have a light inside me. And what you're doing here is you're opening the heart, which is how we are feeling right now. And you're also massaging the gut. Serotonin, 90% of our serotonin is in our gut, as I always say on repeat. And so much dopamine, the hormone of attention, focus, motivation. There's so much serotonin and dopamine in our gut, our second brain, that it could actually run as a totally independent nervous system on its own, totally autonomous nervous system. I am enough every day. Do a big star. Big star. You can do this lying down, you could do this sitting down, you could do this standing up. That's another reason why today I thought I'd film it on my massage bed, just to show you how inclusive it is. So the way I was trained, yoga should be for everybody, regardless of mobility. So, you know, adapt it, it's all good. And it should never hurt, by the way, either. Even when the light feels dim, do the sandwich. That was my sleeve ripping. I didn't make a rude noise. Don't do it in a tight coat. Now, if you can't touch your toes, don't worry about it. Just touch your ankles, because if the backs of your legs are pulling, you're going to end up feeling like you've been kicked or been in the gym for too long. That's not what we want. We want comfort. We want relaxation. So even when my light feels dim, and then you join the soles of your feet together, or your heels if you're like me, being outrageous. Sorry, yogis. I still show up in my own life. This is the butterfly. I love this one. Really massages the gut. Get those happy hormones and coping chemicals zooming to your brain, up the vagus nerve, which connects your first brain to your second brain. So I still show up in my own life. And then this one is beautiful. You do it very mindfully. So don't do it fast. You just twist like this. They're called tummy twists. I do this as my special yoga warm-up when I go into academies and schools and work with autistic kids. And they have a lot of gut issues, as you know, autistic children. And actually lots of neurodivergent people do, because it's where you bottle things up and you're going to push that dopamine and serotonin up to feel on top of the world. So I help to make the world go round. So I'm going to do it one more time without tons of talking. You can also click onto Kids Yoga, totally free. They do free downloadable posters, and you can get them on Google, you can get them anywhere. It's so easy. And they do yoga stories as well, if you're feeling a little bit tired and the imagination isn't flowing quite so well. So I'm going to do my little story again. So I always have a light inside me. So my back's nice and straight, or as straight as it can be. And I'm opening my heart, massaging the gut. Oh, I said I wouldn't talk. I am enough every day. Even when my light feels dim, I still show up in my own life. I help to make the world go round. I'm just going to zoom in to say goodbye now. So, if you show up in your own life, that's enough. And if you can light up your own life and the world, even better. Don't let anyone define you. Try and love yourself every day for however small a reason in your eyes. But please, believe in yourselves and love yourselves every month of the year. Bye-bye, my darlings. I care for you all so much. See you next week. Bye-bye, darlings.